Yo, you know me. No introduction is needed. I'm making this video for one purpose, and it pertains to two people from another organization, a la the 49ers, and you guys might know who I'm talking about. One of them is the general manager, John Lynch, and the other one is Brendan Ayuk, or however you pronounce his name. But I do know that if you concentrate on the guy's last name, Ayuk, kind of carefully, you can say it's A-I-Yuke or A-I-Yuck. And what I mean by yuck, I mean it's Y-U-K-E. But what you need to do is to remove the E, put the K where the E is, and put a C between the U and the K, and you get yuck. And that's exactly what I mean. This man's comments is yuck. Yucky, or should I say vomit, coming out of his mouth. Now, the situation is this here. Some people can take losing well and move on, and some folks can't take losing too very well. So Brandon Ayuk has been running his mouth the last couple of weeks since he kicked their ass 31-7 in Philadelphia, the NFC Conference Championship game that we won convincingly. And they simply talked about their quarterback situation. If Purdy was still starting and didn't get hurt, it would be a different outcome of the game. Maybe. But you got to think about it this way. The Eagles got the #1 rush defense in the NFL. Pass defense as well. So you really can't say that just because we got Brock Purdy, or if Brock Purdy was still playing, it would be a different result of the game. So what? I think if he was still playing, I think we still would have kicked y'all ass in Lincoln Financial Field 31-7. But you got to think about it, we actually held back a little bit. We saved y'all some embarrassment. We saved y'all the embarrassment of putting up 30 and 40 points on y'all asses. You know what I'm saying? But we laid back just a little bit to give you a little bit of dignity and respect for the San Francisco 49ers defense. They're like every other team that we played this year. The 14-3 losses. Win and losses. 14 teams now, or should I say 17 teams we played all together. We only got 3 losses. Washington Commanders, Dallas Cowboys, New Orleans Saints. If the Eagles did a better job in those 3 games, the Eagles probably could have been 17-0 instead of 14-3. You know what I'm saying? There's a blueprint out there of how to beat us, but a lot of people have not been able to duplicate the blueprint that was put on us from last 3 games that we lost in the regular season. No team has yet to do it yet. And they died out very well. So for Ayuk to blabber his mouth about the Philadelphia Eagles, it sickens me. It really does. So this message is for you, Brandon Ayuk. Take what little dignity that you have and sit down on the couch and watch the Eagles play the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 57. Just sit down with the New York Giants, sit down with the Dallas Cowboys, sit down with the Atlanta Falcons and all the other NFC conference teams and AFC teams that have lost. Y'all are on that brown dookie couch. Like this curtain that's behind me, it's dookie brown. Y'all got a curtain, and y'all got a couch that same color, but without the designs on it. Or that may be blue. You know what? Yeah, that's blue. I'm sorry. No, that's black. I'm sorry. That's black. That's black. I'm so sorry. That's black. But the little colors in there is kind of brownish yellow. Kind of brownish yellow. But I would say I'm thick with brown. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's besides the point. The point is this. Take what dignity that you have left and just ride the waves. Y'all had a fantastic. Y'all went 12 and 4 this year. Y'all won y'all last, what, 12 games? And what everybody's saying, y'all your last 12 games or y'all last seven or 12 games. Somewhere along, I'm not exactly sure what the wins and the wins that y'all had more than losses as far as getting where y'all are to get the number 2 seed in the NFC divisional rounds. Not exactly sure what it is, but I know y'all went 12-4. So take what didn't that you have. Please just sit down like everybody else. Watch the games. Then watch the games. Brandon Ayuk or vomit. Now, let's get to the general manager, John Lynch. Now, Lynch was one of the greatest NFL safeties to ever play the game. He got one Super Bowl ring with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that he won back in 2003 when they played the who was it that they played in the Super Bowl? Was it the Broncos or Kansas City? I'm not exactly sure who they played in the Raiders. They played the Raiders. I think was it the Raiders? No, I don't know. I don't even know. But all I know is they went to the Super Bowl and they won. John Lynch got that one ring. Now he wants a ring as a GM. That's all he wants. But that won't be happening no time soon. As long as you got a dominating team like the Philadelphia Eagles, and going to continue to ride the waves or ride the feathers of the bird and just keep on soaring in the skies. Not to get shot down by no missiles, no bullets, no rockets, no yada, yada, yada. You're going to keep flying. As long as you got fans like me and everybody across the country or all over the world that believe in the Philadelphia Eagles, their hearts, we're going to keep soaring. So John Lynch, you, just like Brandon Ayuk, mind your business. You got more work to do. Right now, your purpose right now is to watch the Senior Bowl and the other bowl that's going to be happening sometime in the near future of this month as well. Your job is to stay focused and try to add more pieces to your team to be better. The Eagles right now are better. Right now, we need no pieces. Now, after the Super Bowl win or lose, we're going to need more pieces then. But right now, we're not focusing on any of that. We got our mind focused on winning our second Super Bowl. And I believe we will get that second Super Bowl. Because there's a lot of hate going on still. Like Brandon Ayuk, John Lynch, some players in the New York Giants with that boy Julian Love. And another clown that I could talk about on here, but I'm not going to because he is where he at right now. He's on a Dookie Brown couch, just like you guys. So I'm not even going to talk about Julian Love. He's an afterthought. Brandon Ayuk, afterthought. John Lynch, afterthought. 49ers, afterthought. Cowboys, afterthought. Giants, not Giants. Washington Commanders, afterthought. Minnesota Vikings, afterthought. All teams in the NFC that played, afterthoughts. Right now, they focus on rebuilding their team to get better, while the Eagles are already better. A la Super Bowl 57. So I'm going to make the point perfectly clear for all you haters out there who still deny the Philadelphia Eagles one hate at a time. Because there's so many of you all out there that still doing the same thing that other players and teams are trying to do. And to take us down because you're mad, because you can't be what the Eagles are. They are the NFC Conference champions. And they pumped their ticket to the Super Bowl, which is where they're going to be the next 5 days. They're going to the Super Bowl. No, they in Arizona already taking these press with mics and cameras in their faces with ignorant questions and being asked. I just heard somebody a while ago they were saying something about that Darius Slay with focus. They said he was looking directly at the Super Bowl trophy that was in front of him. He didn't say a word. These guys don't want that smoke. They don't want it. They don't want that smoke. They don't want it. But they're going to get that smoke when they get burned in Super Bowl 57. We're going to silence the doubters. And we're going to quiet the spectators. Because there's a whole bunch of y'all out there that's watching and trying to take us down in the dirt because you're mad. We are in the Super Bowl. We're there for the first time in 5 years. The Eagles won a second Super Bowl championship, and they got the good chance of getting it the next 5 days. They got a good chance of getting it. Very good chance. True, we playing a pretty good Kansas City Chiefs and Mahomes and their offensive line, which is kind of shaky, and their defense that's not that good. Back in the third string defense, not that very good. They're good, but not that very good. But we do have to be careful of Mahomes and Andy Reid, because Andy Reid is one of the greatest offensive play calls in NFL history. So it's going to be bar for bar going between Nick Sirianni and Andy Reid. The right call got to be called. The right plays need to be taken, need to be executed, and players need to have the mindset to take out their opponent on the field. First, second, third downs, get off the field. Offense and defense need to get as many first down they can possible. Complete their second down, third and short. Do what Jalen Hurts do best, and that's the bulldoze defensive lineman for first downs. We got to continue to do that on the field and let Kansas City know that we are for real. You won't be taking us lightly. So, with that being said, comment, like, share, subscribe, notification bell on top, and thumbs up. And please comment in the comment section below, because this is too outrageous, y'all, for all the haters that's going on against the Philadelphia Eagles. And too much hate. See, Kansas City Chiefs are getting all the limelight, because every right so. They need to get the limelight. Matter of fact, put the light on them. We need to stay on the dog side, the underdog role, and go out and mop out the Kansas City Chiefs like wax, like dirt on the floor, and wax. And we're gonna mop their ass off the floor like dirt and wax their ass so we can stay clean and win this division. Not division, to win this Super Bowl and become the Super Bowl champion for the first time in 5 years. That's what my mind is focused on, and that's what the Eagles fans' minds are focused on, and that's what the Eagles and that's what Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm sorry, that's what Jeffrey Lurie focused on. Howard Roseman is focused. Nick Sirianni, Dyson, Gannon, the entire offensive, defensive coaches, the players, and most important, number one himself, Jalen Hurts. These guys are focused. While Kansas City running their mouths, throwing low blows to the Philadelphia Eagles, we just taking it word for word and letting the word hit us like bullets. And when it hits us like bullets, we get stronger than Captain America's shield. That's what it's all about. So, all this hate, I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, in all my time, I never thought the Eagles would be this hated. They wouldn't hate it 5 years ago, but all of a sudden now they hate it. Well, we were the underdogs 5 years ago, but we were hated, but we weren't hated like this. This is totally uncalled for, and it's flat-foot ridiculous. And I'm sick and tired of hearing this Brandon Ayuk guy running his mouth, the Julian Love running their mouths, the ESPN NFL Network analysts running their mouths, talking about the Eagles, dissing the Eagles, yada, yada, yada. It's like there's no faith in our birds, but they got faith in Kansas City, because Kansas City, they got the entire squad they won 5 years ago. But 6 or 7 years ago. But they do have some key pieces, like we got key pieces. And yet that we continue to get disrespected all around the world. All around, not the world, but all around the country, rather. North, south, east, and west, and all in between the compass. So, Like I said, let the spotlight stay over there and keep the light off of us. Because the more the light stays off of us, the stronger we get, the wiser we become, the clever we will get. This is your boy. No introduction. I just want to get this video clear because I tried making this video earlier this morning, wasn't able to make it because I had too many interruptions. Now since I'm at the house and my friend is gone at the moment, none taken. So you guys enjoy your Tuesday. We got 5 more days for the Super Bowl. And like I said in the recent video in the past, I will be doing other videos later on in the week, but I would not sit here and stand for the disrespecting of the Eagles with guys like Brandon Ayuk and Julian Love and John Lynch at the helm of the hate in the helm of Hate City. Cause they all over in Hate City right now, sitting on the brown dookie couch, waiting to see who win the Super Bowl. They hoping for our downfall, but it is what it is because we're gonna rise to the occasion and beat clowns like them, and we're gonna silence the spectators.